Mike Scarpa. I'm here to make some Thanksgiving dinner with the Magical Butter crew. Originally from Queens, New York. Now I live here in Tampa. So Thanksgiving dinner lends itself really well to using the Magical Butter machine. We use it actually in 3 recipes. One, we made the rub for the actual turkey in the machine. We used the blend cycle to blend up our butter and kind of make a compound butter with that. Then we used that butter and we added cream to it. We used the melt cycle and the infused cycle, and we made our herb infused mashed potatoes. And then our third one was I used that cream sauce as well in our green bean casserole, which we did a mushroom kind of cream sauce with different types of mushrooms. We did Parmesan cheese, garlic, and then some crispy onions on top. I think Thanksgiving to me, in the world we live in today, we're so divided. I think Thanksgiving is a day that we can all agree on that we are going to enjoy ourselves, we're going to give thanks, we're going to hang out with family, we're going to hang out with friends, and we're going to kind of give back to each other. To me, that's an important part of Thanksgiving, and just kind of putting the politics aside, just hanging out and enjoying yourself. I think my favorite all-time dish and Thanksgiving dish, mashed potatoes with heavy cream and roast garlic. My favorite, hands down. So when you're making mashed potatoes, you could use a variety of potatoes. We could use russets, Idahos. I like the yellows because they are creamy and they have that kind of soft texture to them, where the russets are a more dry potato. So these just lend itself well to mashing and parting all those flavors into it. When you're making a Thanksgiving meal, the turkey is the most important part for most people. So today what we did was we took the turkey, obviously out of the fridge or the freezer, we let it thaw out. And then what we did was we made a brine. We put the turkey in the brine overnight, about 24 hours. Take it out, we rinsed it, we rub it up with our butter and our garlic herb, and we put salt and pepper and roast in the oven. Key to cooking a perfect turkey is having an oven that works properly and rotating the bird. I think cooking it properly to 165, pulling it out, letting it rest, makes the juiciest bird you can have. So for a simple brine, the brine we made today, salt, sugar, some sort of herb or spice. We put in rosemary, thyme, and sage. We did lemon just to give it a little aromatic. And then we put chili flake for a background heat. You can make a brine any way you want. You can put smoky flavors, you can put salty flavors, you can put sweet flavors. Brining is key though, I think, to a really moist bird. The bird overnight will kind of absorb that flavor. Then once you rinse it off and you put your other flavors on the outside, the inside's juicy, the outside is nice and salty and crisp. The gravy, I think, is the easiest part. You take that mirepoix, the carrot, celery, onion, you take some garlic, kind of roast them up. We did use some pieces of the turkey. We used neck bones, you could use wings, anything you have. Brown them up real good. After that, you add your chicken broth in, a little bit of flour, which is called a roux. Butter and flour is a roux. Take your chicken stock, reduce it down, put a little browning in there, a little seasoning. It's called kitchen bouquet. That'll give you that dark color, and then just let it reduce and reduce. We finish it with herbs, and then we strain it out. And you get a delicious, really turkey-heavy flavored sauce. So the stuffing is a very important part of the process, and I don't like to stuff the stuffing in the bird. I like to keep it separate, get that crispy kind of texture on there. The bread is the most important part, I think. Buying the boxed or bagged bread already done for you, it has a lot of preservatives in it. It's kind of got that weird salty flavor to it. Whereas if you buy a fresh loaf of bread and you let it stale out for a day or two, then cutting it up, imparting those flavors, oil or butter, and then the herbs and garlic, and roasting it yourself before adding it to your actual mix. I think that's the best way to make a stuffing. So green bean casserole, I think, is another staple Thanksgiving dish. It's important you want to use fresh green beans, not frozen. They're less watery. What we did was we have to clean them, then we cut the ends off, and we blanch them or boil them for about maybe 3 to 4 minutes just to get them that nice bright color. We put salt in the water, which is important to bring out that natural flavor. So we took cream, we took mushrooms, we took garlic. We kind of added those together and we cooked them down. We did add a little bit of flour to thicken it up. We mixed that with our green beans. We added Parmesan cheese. We baked it in the oven with our crispy onions on top, and it kind of meshed together and it came out delicious. As soon as I enrolled in culinary school, that was it. I was pretty much gonna be cooking Thanksgiving dinner. So it's been about almost 12 years now. We've always helped out around the house. My mom, my dad, everyone kind of gets a job to do. We do like a potluck, but now everywhere I go, no matter where. Last year I was in LA, I made a kosher Thanksgiving. The year before that I was in New York and made an Italian Thanksgiving. So anywhere I go, I kind of just get stuck with the job. Everybody, I want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving.